Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bulldog's house. I am Bulldog, your host. Okay, let's see. Okay, now here's the chat part. Oh, okay, one person has entered. Good evening, and welcome to the channel. I am Bulldog, your host. Let's make the host for the most. How is everybody doing tonight? Let's see.
It's almost summer.
Yeah, it is almost summer. It's and hot as hell, that's for sure. Tell you what, man, I was sweating bullets earlier today when I was sitting there wearing that vest under my jacket. Well, if anything was to have popped off like the way that they were trying to make it to be, I wanted to make damn sure that I was covered because of the way I was filming. I was filming out in the street and everything. I was pretty close to the situation. I had one of them police officers tell me, "You want to make sure that you stand back in case if something pops off." And I had to show him. I zipped down my jacket and showed him I was wearing a vest. He was like, "Yeah, but still, you certainly don't want to get hit." I says, "Well, I'm carrying a point blank like you guys are, so I'm covered up to what was it, 44 Magnum."
Yeah, but she had a rifle.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, no, a lot of shit was flying as far as rumors were
She had a
concerned.
rifle, and I'd go right through that.
I'm still tripping out about the fact that there was a gunshot not that far away from us while I was sleeping. Man, they didn't flinch.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey,
Apparently.
hey, from
Bird rifle.
Matthew from Australia. Welcome.
That's what. Yeah, that's
You can
true.
sleep for
That's true.
you'll never know.
I believe you've been in the channel before. So how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I guess I'm so steep and desensitized to it.
Hey, are things chaotic out there in Australia at all, or no? Because it is pretty chaotic here in the United States. Well, I imagine it probably wouldn't be out there. We had a shit situation here in the States where that there was riots and stuff like that throughout some of our metropolitan areas.
I have it. Probably like a month almost in real time.
Yeah,
In real time, not game time.
I'll have to get steal a horse. But then if I ride it too long, it ends my
Other horse.
yeah. So I don't really like doing that.
So, anyways, I guess earlier today we were dealing with a shooting that happened around here.
Of course, it'd be too hard to drag them through. Plus, I don't really like farming.
But when all the rumors were flying around as to what occurred, all different kinds of
Yeah, I saw that.
okay, guys, come on.
I don't really like shooting them, but when they're killing them, it's hard to like aim perfectly.
Right.
Too bad now. Yeah, it is too bad. It's kind of pretty
It's not the
chaotic.
horse's fault. It can spur it.
Hopefully everything will mellow out.
I'm the same way. with
I hope.
cars.
Right now, I'm not even paying attention to the news because you know,
With cars.
God only knows how this is gonna turn out.
Get that car out.
I mean, the last time something like this occurred was when Rodney King had his situation out in LA, and people took to the streets and rioted. They were breaking into businesses and all that stuff. And I've been told tonight that I guess they're doing that in various states around the country.
Everybody's not doing
That's pretty messed up.
it.
You know, this is going to be another New Orleans where they're probably going to implement martial law, and they're going to probably make threats to the people saying that if they're caught looting, they'll be shot on sight, like they did down in New Orleans. It wouldn't surprise me none. But then again, down there in New Orleans, when that stuff broke out, the cops went around door to door collecting guns from the people. So that way people wouldn't go rogue or something. And all they were doing is trying to defend their own properties. But then again, back then, I think they felt intimidated because some of the homeowners had more powerful weapons than they did. And I'll tell you this much, with the way that they handled the situation down there in New Orleans, most Americans know about it. I don't think that they would stand for it. But that's here nor there. That's kind of past news, so hopefully everything will be okay. By the way, if any mods come in tonight and you see people being disrespectful in any way, shape, or form, you don't have to ask me or anything like that. Just kick them to the curb. Hmm. Matthew, you still there? I'm going to stick the link here to the panel in the chat, just to give you a fair warning. I'm only going to let those that I know up on panel. Copy your clipboard. If by any chance, oh, here you go, paste, chat. If anybody comes in as one of the moderators here, uh, and you're not a mod, automatically I'm just going to block. But as it shows that we don't have any mods on at the moment. So how are you guys dealing with all of this out there in Australia? Is everything simmering down, or is that coronavirus still pretty bad? Mm. You know, people, they got to understand when they're doing this writing thing, you know, they're only going to make the numbers go up when it comes to that coronavirus. But it's not a good idea for them to be going and getting that close of contact with one another. It's pretty crazy. Because I can about bet the numbers are going to get higher now because of it. And that's not good. And people out there who is writing, you guys need to take all this into consideration. We still are in the middle of a pandemic. Hmm. Oh wow, that's so they got things under control there then, or what? Well, anyways, I filmed what happened over here, over in this area, what happened earlier. And what I did is um, I put it as a private thing. And what it is, I'm going to download it and I'm going to take it to my nephew. Because my nephew, he would know what to do as far as editing and stuff like that. Because of me being kind of new at doing this kind of ordeal with YouTube, I want to run it by a couple people that I know and see, you know, if it is a good thing to put out or if it's not. And if it's not, I'm just going to delete it because I don't want to put footage out that could, uh, you know, not be good. In other words, somewhat. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You know, taking good advisory about that social distancing and stuff like that. And when you're at work and stuff and you got to be near others, you got to, you know, wear the mask and use that hand sanitizer. Well, If you can, use soap and water for washing your hands and do it periodically throughout your shift. And if you got disposable masks, well, even if you don't have disposable masks, um, make sure that you carry enough masks. And every 2 hours or so, change your mask to a clean one. Oh boy. Well, supposedly there's a thing that's going viral. I guess where was it in I don't think it was Italy. Well, I guess a video is going viral explaining that coronavirus is not a virus, that it's a um I want to say it right. Well, anyways, they're trying to say like aspirin and antibiotics will get rid of the coronavirus. And it's a particular type of antibiotics. I guess one country went and did an autopsy on a few people that had it, and it was coming to show like their veins were swollen and then it was clotting and stuff like that. Yeah, it's more like a bacterial infection or something like that. Well, anyways, if there's anybody new that's to the channel here, if you can hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. You'll be notified of any upcoming videos or live streams that we may do. And I want you guys to go check out our other affiliates that that we're affiliated with. Um, Subscribe to them. They're people that I definitely approve of, that are pretty good, and you may end up liking their content as well. And that would be uh, Chief Vodka and Haley Karma. Go check their channels out. Like, subscribe. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. They have a very good stream. They like to do challenges and stuff like that. They like to have fun. I'm kind of new to doing this live streaming stuff, and so if by chance we do get a few people in here that are kind of experienced at doing this kind of thing, we welcome the comments down below. Give us some ideas, some feedback. What would you guys like to see? Uh, your interest in what you like in a channel. Do you guys like news events? Do you guys like do it yourself build things kind of ordeal? Do you like people that um get into story, like a story time kind of thing? Or do you guys like role playing? Do you guys like video games? Do you guys, I mean, I'd love to hear what your guys' likes are in the comments. Kind of give me an idea of a focus to turn the channel into something that everybody will like. Let's see here. Hmm. I got my nephew. He's going to work on a banner and stuff. Um, uh, I was thinking of going and because we used to do CSS. I was thinking about doing something like that as well. I guess for right now, with everything going on in the world, everybody's reporting on a lot of other things. And that's basically where I'm kind of angling. I'm trying to tread very carefully on what I'm angling when it comes to that. As I come to find out today, when I was trying to do that thing on the event that happened today, it's kind of hard. You got to, kind of like try to get to the truth of the matter of what occurs. Kind of slam face first into that one, but now I'm coming to find out that, yeah, this is why I'm not making it public, because I was hearing all different kinds of stories coming back off of it, and I want to be sure that when I do put it up, that that it's truthful. It's a truthful thing. This is another reason why it's really hard to believe the media when the media puts out a story that like right away they're going off what they're hearing and you know a lot of it can be factual, but it's kind of hard to determine. As I'd come to find out, it's hard. Oof, da. What? Oh. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Someone messaged me a comment here, and yeah, okay, that makes complete sense. Oh, oh. Yeah, well, I definitely got a lot of growing to do here. That's for certain. I'm beginning to realize that I think me taking a break from everything that has been going around in the world for the last 10 years probably was not a very good idea. I think I should have stayed up to date and informed with things, but I don't know. I mean, I deal with anxiety in a way that, I don't like negativity. I don't. I try to stay away from it. And from what I saw from the internet, there was an awful lot of it. So now that I'm trying to ride back into the scene of the internet, it's totally different. And it's like a whole new world you got to learn all over again. How you perceive that world in light, you know, you got to be able to see through a lot. It's to grow with it. It's like taking baby steps. You got to crawl before you can walk, and you got to walk before you can run. I think, I think if anything, I think I was trying to get up and run right away. And let me tell you, and you do that, you'll fall flat on your poor face. Yeah, I agree. It does take time. Um, I think, if anything, I mean, I think I was doing okay for asking for help, but I think I was asking for too much help, and I think it kind of clashed with some things, and yeah, I gotta learn to crawl first before I can get up and walk. It's like you get into a car accident and you lose your ability to walk, and you got to learn everything all over again. Something similar to that. I've forgotten how to walk. I've forgotten what it was like to relax and kind of go with the flow of things. I mean, it was different from when I was running my dedicated servers and stuff, and I was regulating them. I learned how to do all that stuff, and so I grew with it, and it made me and my it made our clan a very popular clan. We were pretty good. Me and my nephew, we saw some things that were wrong, and we tried to do what we could to make it right. That's right. And I tried to make things happen overnight. And I take a step back, I see the collision, that collision course that's going on. And now I just want to take a step back, kind of look around myself, see what the hell is actually going on, and try to deal with it in a more mature way. Yeah, I know, but you guys have probably been in the computer scene for some time, though. See, I cut all that out. I think it had a lot to do with, I think I took my divorce to my second wife pretty hard, and I locked everything out. I stopped trying. And I think what it was is when I got into doing this right here, I don't know, I started feeling somewhat myself again. And yeah. I mean, hell, check this out. I mean, for some of the naysayers, I know it's going to come around and go, no, Bulldog's full of shit. He's exasperating everything and all that. I can show you proof right here. Check this out. You know what this is? This little beast right here and that little beast right there. Those, my friend, are dedicated server boxes. And what I did is I used to build, and what I was saying before, um, about being able to control your own deal. It's true. Back in the day, you used to be able to do that. And when I was getting into this thing here, I come to find out that StreamYards is web based, and you don't have the kind of control that you used to have. So when I was getting into explaining as to how you can keep track of everything on your server. If it was a standalone dedicated server, it gives you that ability to be able to do that. But being how it's web based, it's done by a company. The company controls it all. And you just have a little, you know, how can I explain this? The the interface that you use to go on StreamYards is a what is known as it's known as a control panel, and it's put out by a server, by a corporation. What I have there, my own dedicated server boxes. When I put up a dedicated server for gaming and stuff like that, I had the control, and I can submit a control panel to an individual that would gain them access to be able to do restrictive things. Oh, wait a minute. I think he just said something. Okay. I've been at this every day. Oh, yeah. You guys have, yeah, put a lot of work into it and everything. I started really, so what you stated to me and everything like that, I completely understand. I didn't see that portion of it, and I'm kind of glad I do now. Mm. So I just, yeah. Well, you guys have a really cool thing going. I like what you guys are doing on your panel, and that's one of the reasons why I subscribe to you guys, because you guys have some pretty cool things going. I mean, despite some of the bullshit that goes on in there, you guys do try to do fun things. Fucking cold. Yeah, you guys try to do a lot of good fun things. Start. Yeah, so how do I do that? I mean, okay, yeah, because see, the thing of it is, I'm trying to learn to do everything from the phone. Its platform is totally different from a PC, and I'm learning, and I'll figure it out. I mean, I ended up figuring out how to get StreamYards to work on the phone, so if I can figure that out, and I'm sure that I can figure out a way. Because, like, I noticed, like in the description box, you can put anything in that description box. But I think if I like install like a notepad on here or something like that, and create, oh shit, god damn, I'm fucking cold. If I can create, you can so it from the um SD it from the phone. Um, do do A plus. Is that its own separate app, or no? Or are you trying to say Notepad plus plus? Ah, fuck. Yeah, because I was thinking, probably taking, like, if I do the descriptions thing, because what I want to do, if it's okay with you, is I would like to, like, put it to where that if I mention like the channels that I go on and stuff like that, that I can put their links in the description to where they can go and join you guys if they're interested in and stuff like that. But I want to do it. I want to do it in a way that would be comfortable for you guys. Because in some of my streams, I do mention you guys out there and say, hey, look, these people helped me get things going. They're really awesome. Go over and join them, subscribe to them. But I haven't figured that part out yet with the descriptions of and YouTube links. I haven't figured that part out yet. It used to be easier in the day to sit there and copy a link and paste it, but it's a little more difficult nowadays. Nowadays, I don't know how you go about getting their link. It used to be that you would go up to the URL bar, copy and paste it in. Let's see. You can network off YouTube in growth growth streams. Okay, reach goal of 1K. Okay, I guess I'll have to figure that part out on how to do that. I finally figured out that I can drop this, like um, if I wanted to verify, you, I would just drop down and I would go in there, go into YouTube, go into the live stream, and then it would put it up there. I've kept everybody as moderators. I hope they don't mind, but 'cause I know the things with the way it was going that day, you know, I know they were kind of a little upset. I just didn't know it was kind of hard for me to orchestrate it. It was hard. I wasn't trying to upset anybody. YouTube and growth streams to reach, reach 1K. Yeah, I just want to be careful of it. I want to be able to get it to it in a very honest way. Oh, that kind of sucks. Um, one thing that kind of bothers me, and I'm sure that it bothers you guys too, is that you get people that jump in on your live streams and they sit there idle and they don't say or do anything through the whole thing. Back in the day, you would not be able to do that. If they came in, it gave a listing of who was there. But then again, the way we set up our config file, we were able to make it to where an admin can ghost themselves in the room, and people wouldn't know that they were there. Only the head admins knew that they were there because it showed in their panels. Um, oh shit! Here, I'm sorry, Chief. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Um, I know that the channel's not popping off really hardcore, and I can keep up with the chats. It's just when it pops off and the chat starts going crazy that it gets hard for me to be able to keep an eye on everything. And I think that's what the confusion was that day. Because either I've got to pay attention to this or I've got to um, uh, or I've got to. This is. Oh, oh, okay. That's cool. Bah, fuck. I know I'm not freezing or anything like that, but Jesus Christ. Hell, I got a t-shirt and a sweater on. Still out here shaking like a goddamn leaf. That's another thing that I'm trying to do too. Until I can grasp control over my language, sometimes when I end up cussing, I don't realize I'm doing it. And I want to try and get more better control of it to where I'm not doing it. And as soon as I end up doing that, if I can control it, then I wouldn't mind making it to where all different types of people can join the channel. But until then, I'm just going to keep it as adults only because um, oh no, I'm not getting sick. Yeah, it's the coronavirus, man. We're getting the coronavirus. Hmm. Better start shoveling down that aspirin, right? I thought that was crazy when people looted stores. They took all the aspirin and everything. That was pretty crazy. If anything that you can learn from this, if people do end up surviving this ordeal, to carry certain particular things on hand. See, the reason why I got into doing security, I went through I went through the um, I went through a police department's training course many years ago, but I never became an officer, and I'll tell you why. Well, my eyesight, that was a big hang up. That wasn't something that, they really want people that have 20/20 vision, or at least have corrective lenses that can bring it to 20/20. And I am never to 20/20. So I did the next best thing because I like being around people. I'm a people oriented kind of person. And so I got into doing security. And then when I got into security, and for a while that I wasn't doing security, I got into doing uh, online gaming. So still, again, I was dealing with people. It's pretty awesome. I enjoyed every bit of it anyway, you know. back in the day when I was doing gaming servers, our form of trolls were different from trolls of today. Trolls of today have gotten a lot worse. Our type of trolls would go in and they would spam shit, or they would do inappropriate crap on the server, like put up porn sprays and stuff like that. So we had our fill of kicking people, but a lot of times we didn't ban them. You know, back in the day, if you banned somebody, they would just come back and do something malicious to your server, and we had a way of getting people just to go away. I mean, I had one guy that came in who had a back program. He was able to bypass many admin plugin and have control of the server. And he would do shit like he would drop a computer down on the ground, tell someone to go up and touch it. The moment they would touch it, it would crash the entire server. So getting somebody like that to go away and leave your server alone, you couldn't just, I don't know, be abrupt with them. You know, me, I got the guy to leave us alone and not come back and bother us just by talking to him, figuring out what it was that was making him tick, why he was doing what he was doing. And after a while, the gentleman just left our server alone. But of course, Manny Admin plugin, they did some updates to it to where you can block some of the things they're doing. But after a while, because of the way technology was going, they dropped off the scene. And now everything's got to be done through ManiMod. So that's one that I really don't like because it doesn't have the customization that many admin plugin had. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. Well, thank you. I hope so. And I owe you a lot, man. You've been a hell of a good help to me, and I'll never forget it.
I really yeah.
And like, what's her name sat there and said loyalty is everything. And I treat my friends with loyalty.
Because like I've seen other people with cards, and they actually have stuff in their cards that have, like something or their stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
The dude that he just was pushing around.
Well, you have a good night, okay?
I mean, one of them. Only thing that the only two things he had that I understand, and even one that is the speaker. Like it's a good speaker. Then
Sure.
Hooked up to a phone or something?
he has
Oh.
Bluetooth, kind of like I do with the speaker.
Every now and then I got to switch hands.
Outlet outside. So I think I can get why he was trying to shell over there to charge it. But why the fuck turn it on? You just waste the battery or whatever. Anyway, he had like these two pieces of wood too, which I even understood why you could have that. And you could put it on the ground and make yourself like a little place to.
Platform, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of garbage too.
Yeah, there's 2 cones. And then you put your body show. Like, what if you got a cone? You're gonna put these cones around you and you sleep with one thing? Like,
Stand back. You cheat me.
Mm.
everything else, I just cone. He had 2 cards. You tie them together. Hold them.
Right, I've seen that.
Alrighty. Hey.
The train.
Okay. Well, anyways, guys, this has gone on about an hour. So I'm gonna kill the live stream, and on Monday I will try and do another breakfast with Bulldog. Stay tuned for that one because we're gonna find out if we can't eat an omelet with chopsticks. Oh yeah. So yeah, tune in Monday for that one, and we'll go find out. So until then, peace. I'm trying to do a peace sign with a cigarette in my hand. Oh my God, man, this is horrible. Horrible, man. This now concludes our broadcast day. Broadcast.